I'm making another video because I think it's kind of fun to challenge people's opinions on Twitter and all that. Even when I'm trolling them a lot of the time, I still think it's nice to have a fun and engaging conversation with them. But I just came across this one tweet and I had to share it because I just have to challenge a lot of the points they're saying. So I actually have like I have 5 images with my shameless plug at the bottom left. So basically, it begins with this. I'm sorry, but I can't agree. This is in response to a tweet made by Aiko, who does like Fortnite lore and Fortnite news and a bunch of shit like that. And Aiko said, Fortnite lost its identity. BR is just another side mode, and they're removing all the things that made this game fun. And I do agree. I kind of agree with it because the movement was great. Then they changed it, and you moved I think it was 20% slower, but they made the storm faster at the beginning of chapter 5, and we complained and they changed it. And this person responded saying they just don't agree because you're supposed to love Epic Games for on every decision they make and whatnot. But it goes something like this. I think Fortnite is thriving currently. Yeah, you use thriving in a really good way, but I don't know. I kind of don't agree. And me explain something in general. Let's not forget that while Battle Royale isn't being treated like a side mode, it is now only a small part of the bigger picture. And that's why they still advertise it as a Battle Royale. You really don't see any you don't see any Lego Fortnite trailers that much. You don't see Fortnite Festival trailers that much unless it's like the new mini season. But it's all Battle Royale, and you really don't see any creative advertisements about it either. So saying that Battle Royale is only a small part now is kind of a blatant lie at this point. And they continued with, it makes perfect sense for Fortnite to shift its focus to other categories as well, as generally 40 to 50% of players are in non-BR modes every single day, with 30 to 40% of that stat being in creative modes. I think you're looking at that stat on maybe like a boring day, maybe like a Wednesday night, maybe like a Wednesday morning. But if you look maybe on like the first month of a new season, the last month of a new season, you will see that's generally not true. And they continue with this. It's not like Fortnite doesn't care about Battle Royale. In the past 2 seasons, we have received, and they put out a list, and I'm just going to go over this list and tell you how stupid it is. Many absolutely fantastic cosmetics, battle pass skins, super styles, etc. Now you were saying that it's like we've never gotten super styles before or battle pass skins before. Battle pass skins have been in the game, I believe, since season 2, original season 2. Super styles have been in the game, I want to say chapter 2, season 1. And you're saying that let me go back to that other image. You're saying in the past 2 seasons we received all these things we got from the other seasons, like the other 30 seasons beforehand. So saying this is kind of stupid. Lots of content updates, including 4+ new mythics and large pass collabs through the middle of each season. Again, this is not the first time they've done this. They've done this with practically every season since chapter 2, season 2. So saying that we've only gotten this in the past 2 seasons, it just doesn't work. Tons of other unique weapons and mythics, with more being added throughout the season. Not the first time this has happened. Saying that it's happened only the past 2 seasons is blatantly false. And I guess you're trying to say for chapter 5, but you could have said this during any other chapter and I would have just proven you wrong. Neat new POIs and biomes with significant map changes on the start of the new season. I guess you could see that. I liked when they added more POIs instead of just changing different parts of the map constantly. Like, I believe that season 10 the season 10 map was probably like peak Fortnite map, because no matter where you went, there was always a POI, and you could just enjoy the map and you enjoy the game. That's why I think season 10 is probably the best season of all time. And more care going into the storyline and the lore of the game. That's only because Donald Mustard left, and I agree with this, because ever since Donald Mustard left, the story has actually kind of risen, because he was so obsessed with Marvel, he was so obsessed with Disney, that everything needed to be somehow related to fucking Star Wars. And all the good lore had to be put into fucking comic books, because he just couldn't do his job. And he outsourced his job to comic book makers to fucking put the 7 story that we have been waiting for the past 2 or 3 years, and he just put him in a comic book and just forgot about him, threw it away. But I feel like since the new guy, I forget his name, ever since the new guy got in, he's doing a lot better. So let's go to this next image. He's saying, I'm not saying there isn't some rougher stuff, but there's always room for improvement. It's not enough to ruin the game for me. Cosmetic rarities don't matter much to me, but I do hope they improve the locker UI to be clear to understand and organize. Also, I want to save wraps and presets again. I don't use presets, so I don't know about the wrap stuff. Cosmetic rarities, if they don't matter to you, that's fine. But they matter to a lot of other people. They matter to me. Yeah, I know they matter to maybe like iTalk, Piso, Eardo, a lot of other people. But removing rarities is probably one of the worst things they could have done. And the locker UI is just fucking terrible. It really is. I believe chapter 2 and 3's locker UI was probably the best one. And they should have just kept it like that. There was no need to change the UI. And yeah, it's just, I just don't see why they needed to change it for the sake of change. It's not that great. I'd love for more creative care. A little more priority on fixing game-breaking issues in creative, such as friction and player movement, locker jams, etc. But I am sure they are working on it. Also, more Chapter 5 assets would be sweet. I don't make creative maps. I don't get what the big issue is about creative maps. I only play like one creative map, like, for fun, and that's Bed Wars by Dilly. So that's like the only creative map I play. It's the only one I actually enjoy. But yeah, we're gonna move on to this next one. I think this next one just pissed me off. It's for shop pricing, and I'm gonna rebuke this dude's fucking this point right here, because I have proof to back it up. He said, as far as I'm concerned, Fortnite could be slightly increasing the prices because they want to avoid charging, or I'm sorry, I'm gonna reread this because I'm stuttering, because it's 7:30 in the morning and I woke up not too long ago. So, as far as I am concerned, Fortnite could be slightly increasing the prices because they want to avoid changing V-Buck prices. But with them releasing more modes, they do need more funds to keep the updates flowing. Now, let me stop you right there, because I'm telling you, if they needed more funding from us, they wouldn't need to increase the prices. Because I want to let you guys know that Epic Games recently partnered with Disney investing in them $1.5 billion. Yes, $1.5 billion fucking dollars. But he thinks that they need funds. But apparently we're the bad guys for not wanting the shop prices to increase. And here's the proof from CNBC: Disney to take 1.5 billion stake in Epic Games. That's why you saw the fucking Find It in Fortnite bullshit now. Yeah, I can't wait to find fucking Mickey Mouse ears in my fucking Peely skin. I can't fucking wait for that. All of us here have played other video games, whether it be Call of Duty, Apex, Overwatch. All of these games have much higher pricing than Fortnite, costing $25 to $40 for a legendary cosmetic. That's because they're different games, so of course they offer different services and different rarities, if you suggest. So if Fortnite wants to charge a bit higher, that's okay with me, as long as it's still cheaper than those other games, and with bundles and such, it usually is. I just don't agree. You're willingly wanting to pay more for skins that just don't need to be that much higher. Like that one skin that came out, like Hail, it's supposed to be an 800 V-Buck skin, but they charged it for 1200. And I guess you're just agreeing with it because I guess you're just supposed to, which you don't have to agree with it at all. And then he ended it with, so yeah, that's my piece on it all, just my personal opinions on the state of the game. I want to add something at the end of this video. It's going on 11 minutes, but that's fine. I just want to say, you shouldn't send hate to any developers ever. No hate, no threats, no whatnot. But developers should not be privating their Twitter accounts when they get criticized for the things they do. This one dude privated his Twitter account for work because he celebrated his milestone. 3 years working at Epic Games. Cool. That's great. Congratulations. But I guess he worked on the UIX team. I guess he was boasting about it. And if you're boasting about something, a change that nobody likes, except for you and some other people, I don't know what other word I was going to use, but you should be ready to take the brunt of complaints. I know it sounds bad, but if you are not going to address the problem, you are the problem. Okay, I don't think you should be getting death threats. I don't think you should be getting harassed. But I don't think you should shift your blame over to the people that are just telling you, hey, this is not a good change. You really should, you and your teams really should reconsider. And I guess it's not on the UI team. I guess it's just on the higher ups who like authorized that change, or even told them to change it. But still, I don't think you should send threats. Never. But developers need to, they need to be in touch with their community. And if you're just going to shut them out and then put out these bullshit changes like the UI change and removing rarities, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's really stupid how you guys are just ignoring the community, ignoring everyone just because a few bad apples. And I hate using that, fucking hyperbole, I think it's called, or comparison or whatnot, or metaphor, but it's true. I'm gonna end it here. If you want to use me as a supporter creator, my code is Chaz. If you want to subscribe, do it, please. You don't have to, but I'm gonna make more of these because I actually like doing these. I'm only gonna make them maybe like once a week, whatnot. But that's it. Use code Chaz. See ya.